This nomadic white rock, this desert rock, this symbol of journey, of living, of dying, this rock of knowing, doing, and making, this reminder that we plow the field until we cannot plow, for we are tillmen, people who till until we become till. As Sixu says, to live and to plow are the same. Once the rock is touched, one by one the young sacrificial bodies rush down the incline, skipping, trampling, eroding the hillside as they go, reenacting the sacred practice of geomorphic atomic physics as the cosmic sediments of our universe, our university, of this plantation, of this stolen Cherokee land, erode down the slope and onto the field of play. We can see the swerve. At least, that's what the visitor from Kepler 186f, a planet much like our own, some 500 light years away from Clemson Memorial Football Stadium, knows to be true. The visitor, seated in seat 22 in the upper deck south bleacher between aisles R and S at the Tiger Paw's dead center, was inconspicuously dressed in a bright orange spacesuit. It was because of the color of his spacesuit that the visitor chose to land at this location, for while flying overhead, the visitor noticed that all of the beings below were similarly dressed in bright orange and seemingly inclined to one another, towards the other. These were friendly people, friendly orange people, the visitor had thought. Might they also be inclined to a space alien from Kepler 186f? And this turned out to be true. Quite uncanny, the visitor marveled, for although the space alien's visage and appendages and movements were not at all in the human tradition, none of the orange people sitting in the surrounding seats showed any fear. In fact, they hugged the visitor, posed for pictures. But soon, the visitor noticed that the orange people's attention had turned away and was now focused wholly on the field below. The visitor watched the orange people, these watchers in the seats nearby as they cheered their orange children onto the field, watched them watch their children run across the field of till. The children organizing as life forms, converging, dancing, circulating, smashing the other, trampling the other, being smashed and trampled by the other, latching on to one another and dragging the other into this hyper-eutrophic till. The visitor understood wholly. The field was but a sieve, performing a kind of filtration that weaves and unweaves, reordering the complexities of what was into something new. The visitor bowed before this womb of becoming and understood. The visitor was reminded of some thought from school, some thought from a happy youth back on Kepler 186f, reminded of some problem of the universe, some philosophical ponderings. What was it that old philosopher said? Something about the atomy and space and the swerve and how she forces the atoms to be bounded by the void. In turn, by altering these, she gives the world endlessness. Why is it that we incline? The visitor wondered, chuckling in the complexity of wondering, for inhabitants of Kepler 186f possess a grand sense of humor. Touchdown! The crowd exploded in cheer, and the visitor's attention again returned to the wild splendor of the ritual, the worship of the Korra at hand. Pardon, for this is not good phrasing. The visitor actually possessed no hand. Can I say the visitor prayed? Is that the right word? The visitor understood. Understood the complexity of the universal till, this space where determinism couples with free will, where no matter how much we fight, we too are inclined, though we may not be inclined. The visitor thought, let go. We are already singular plural in this universal palimpsest.